Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Yashoda Nandana Bhajadana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Bandachari Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Vishnupada Paramahamsa Padi Rajakacharya Stotra Stata Shri Srimatis Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 31, entitled The Movements of the Living Entities, Text 38. Balam me prasya mayayaha.
Balam me prasya mayayaha.
Stri maya jayi no drish
Stri maya jayino disham.
ya karoti pada krantam tam
Karoti padakrantam.
bruvi drim bena kevalam
Bruvi drimpena kevalam.
balame pashyamayayaha
Balam me prasya mayayaha.
Strimaya jayino disham
Stri maya jayino disham.
ya karoti padakrantam
Ya karoti padakrantam.
bruvi drim bena kevalam
Bruvi drimpena kevalam.
balame pasya mayayaha
Balam me prasya mayayaha.
Stri maya jayino disham
Stri maya jayino disham.
ya karoti pada krantam
Ya karoti padakrantam.
bruvi drim vena kevalam
Bruvi drimpena kevalam. Balam me prasya mayayaha.
balame pasya mayayaha
Stri maya jayino disham.
Shri Maya Jayino Drisham
Ya karoti padakrantam.
Ya karoti padakrantam.
Bhuvi drimpena kevalam.
Balame pasyamayaya. Strimaya jayino drisham. Ya karoti padakrantam. Bhuvi drimpena kevalam. Balame pasyamayaya. Strimaya yachiyo drisham. Ya karoti padakrantam. Bhuvi drimpena kevalam. Balam, the strength. May, my. Pasya, behold. Mayayaha, of Maya. Srimayaha, in the shape of a woman. Jayinaha, conquers. Disham, of all directions. Ya, who. Karoti, makes. Pada akrantam, following at her heels. Bhuvi, of her eyebrows. Drimbena, by the movement. Kevalam, merely. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki. Just try to understand the mighty strength of my Maya in the shape of a woman, who by the mere movement of her eyebrows can keep even the greatest conquerors of the world under her grip. Translation again. Just try to understand the mighty strength of my Maya in the shape of a woman, who by the mere movement of her eyebrows can keep even the greatest conquerors of the world under her grip. Purple by Srila Prabhupada Ki. There are many instances in the history of the world of a great conquerors being captive by the charms of Cleopatra. One has to study the captivating potency of a woman and man's attraction for that potency. From what source was this generated? According to Vedanta Sutra, we can understand that everything is generated from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is enunciated there. Enunciated. What does that mean?
Enunciated?
Yeah. Spoken. Okay. Enunciated there. Janmadyas yataha. This means that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or the Supreme Person, Brahman, the Absolute Truth, is the source from whom everything emanates. The captivating power of a woman and man's susceptibility to such attraction must also exist in the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the spiritual world, and must be represented in the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. The Lord is the Supreme Person, the Supreme Male. As a common male wants to be attracted by a female, that propensity similarly exists in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He also wants to be attracted by the beautiful features of a woman. Now the question is, if he wants to be captivated by such womanly attraction, would he be attracted by any material woman? It is not possible. Even persons who are in the material existence can give up womanly attraction if they are attracted by the Supreme Brahman. Such was the case with Haridasa Thakur. A beautiful prostitute tried to attract him in the dread of night, but since he was situated in devotional service and transcendental love of Godhead, Haridas Thakur was not captivated. Rather, he turned the prostitute into a great devotee by his transcendental association. This material attraction, therefore, certainly cannot attract the Supreme Lord. When he wants to be attracted by a woman, he has to create such a woman from his own energy. That woman is Radharani. It is explained by the Goswamis that Radharani is the manifestation of the pleasure potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When the Supreme Lord wants to derive transcendental pleasure, he has to create a woman from his internal potency. Thus, the tendency to be attracted by womanly beauty is natural because it exists in the spiritual world. In the material world, it is reflected pervertedly, and therefore there are so many inebrities. Instead of being attracted by material beauty, if one is accustomed to be attracted by the beauty of Radharani and Krishna, then the statement of Bhagavad Gita, Param Drishtva Nivartate, holds true. When one is attracted by the transcendental beauty of Radha and Krishna, he is no longer attracted by material feminine beauty. That is the special significance of Radha Krishna worship. That is testified to by Yamunacharya. He says, "Since I have become attracted by the beauty of Radha and Krishna, when there is attraction for a woman or a memory of sex life with a woman, I at once spit on it, and my face turns in disgust. When we are attracted by Madana Mohana and the beauty of Krishna and his consorts, then the shackles of conditioned life, namely the beauty of a material woman, cannot attract us." Om Vigyana Chimirandasya Yananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gauda Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I was born in the darkness of ignorance. My spiritual master has kindly forced open my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I have my humble obeisances unto such a spiritual master. Translation again. Just try to understand the mighty strength of my Maya in the shape of a woman, who, by the mere movement of her eyebrows, can keep even the greatest conquerors of the world under her grip. And the previous verse here, in this case it relates, so I'll just read the previous verse and then I'll give my realizations on it. Amongst all kinds of living entities begotten by Brahma, namely men, demigods and animals, none but the sage Narayana is immune to the attraction of Maya in the form of the woman. So, we are always going to have attraction no matter what we do in life, because we're in the material world. And it states here that we chant Krishna's names and we follow the process, and then we won't be attracted to a degree, but we still will be attracted in some way. And the trick is, what I think of it when I read this verse, I just thought, Yukta Vairagya, renounce for Krishna. And if you're attracted to sex life, then you can think, okay, I'm going to have a beautiful family for Krishna. And yes, that would be great, but you also have to think about when Prabhupada said, first deserve, then desire. That is one of the most important things Prabhupada said, I think. So you have to have a situation in life in order to do that. And there's many things like this in the material world that we want to do, we strive for. And we just need to know, and we need to think about that we need to have a position in life in order to achieve these blessings and these positions. So that's a very important point that Prabhupada makes. First deserve, then desire. Because it's saying here, just the movement of an eyebrow can completely attract you, and it can bewilder you and can put you in a shackle. But you just need to think, you need to think, what is the consequence of this? What is the benefit of this? And you need to think, how can I use it in Krishna's service? So that's my realizations on this verse. Any questions, comments, or reactions?
Nice realization, thank you. So it's with mentioning this particular part of the Bhagavatam explains a lot, that basically what it's saying is that women are Maya. But Prabhupada, I was just reading yesterday, he explains that the philosophical statements in the Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita, they have to be understood, or they can only be understood when the consciousness is purified by hearing and chanting. So you may hear these statements in the Bhagavatam, and when you first hear them, there might be like a reaction. Krishnananda was explaining this yesterday in his class, and that reaction might not be good, but as we become more purified, we start to understand more about what the statement means. So it's not that women are.
Yeah.
It's
Of course, yeah.
For non-devotees, maybe, but for devotees, actually, Krishna explains that sex life is done properly, and that's him. So,
Yeah.
for a woman, then men are Maya, and for a man, woman is Maya. But two together as devotees, they do things properly, like you're saying, then they can do a very wonderful service for Krishna.
I'll just repeat what you said for the Facebook page. So he says, for women, men are Maya, and for men are Maya. But if you come together and you serve Krishna, you come together and you serve Krishna, and then what? Sorry,
Then if the mood is correct, then you have sex life and produce a child, which is devotee, and that's a wonderful service.
So if the mood is correct and you produce a child And then that's a wonderful service, and you can use it in Krishna's service. So you can connect everything to Krishna. Jai. That was it's one of the brahmacharis commenting yesterday on Krishnananda's class. Entourage Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.